Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of First Look. And in this edition of First Look, I'll be doing First Look UFC Fight Night, Grasso versus Shevchenko 2. And with this first look, there's not really a whole lot of value that jumps out to me yet off jump. And then a lot of value I do kind of see, and I can see anglings and inklings of, because there's a lot of people on this card I do feel are overvalued. But you gotta also realize where this fight's taking place, so it's probably gonna be a bit of favoritism, probably be a little bit of bias going on as well. So, in a lot of those fights that I do see where it could be potential value, I definitely could see them likely going to decisions or whatnot, and then them likely just leaning the other way. But one of the fights I am picking, or I'm probably, matter of fact, I am picking that one. I guess I am picking it, but yeah, one of the fights I am leaning to right now. I haven't made no official picks or anything yet, or come up with no official picks yet. But yeah, one of them, it is a case of where a fighter I feel should win potentially, but it could easily go the way. But I'm doing a whole lot of talking and like what are you even saying? But yeah, the other fights, I feel that are those. I'm probably not going to lean because I feel like it's too close and they probably should be favored to win. I mean, they definitely should be favored to win, and they should. In all, they are the people that should win, not just they need to win. I feel like they should win. Everything just kind of leaning their way, but it also just feels like just off for those ones. But anywho, let's just get into the two. I only got two for this video right here, so it's gonna be a pretty short video. It might be under 10 minutes, to be honest. It might be like 5 minutes. It might be 6 minutes. Maybe me talk a little bit, probably dragging this out a little bit, so it might be 11 minutes. But yeah, I just got two for this card, for the first look. So first one is the one I was kind of mentioning a little bit just in this first 2 minutes, I guess, is Tracy Cortez versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. So Jasmine Jasudavicius is a dog. I think she's like plus 132-ish, I think, right now. I haven't last checked, but I know she's the dog. A small dog, no big dog, but she's a small dog here. And I like her here. Tracy Cortez, I think somebody was saying, oh, she has good striking, she has good this, she has good that. But when you look at Tracy, who has Tracy Cortez beat in the UFC? Not really anyone. I'm trying to think of the fighter she beat. She fought a veteran who wasn't very good. I'm trying to remember the name, but I'm gonna do this off the top of my head. I ain't even gonna Google it, but I know who she is. I think but yeah, the veteran she fought, now she's fighting in Bellator, the veteran that she fought and that she struggled with. I think she was the last fight that that fighter had fought. Tracy Cortez was before they got cut and went over to Bellator. But she struggled with her. But that's kind of the fighter that she fought. It was a fighter that's not the most technical, most talented, but they will give you 100% effort. And Tracy Cortez struggled with her. Even got rocked and, had to recover in that fight against her. And that chick's not typically a power punch either. During the last fight, she fought a lanky grappler and was able to take her down and, neutralize her submission game pretty well. So that's how she won that fight. But so far to me, honestly, Tracy Cortez striking has not impressed me. Decent wrestling, nothing phenomenal. Decent submission defense, nothing phenomenal. Hasn't really shown no offensive submission skills like that. She fought a fighter. All these names just eluding me right now. I don't really care to look them up, but so I'm just broadly speaking these names without even attaching names. But the fighter she fought on the Contender Series, I think that was the fight she fought to get in the UFC. Oh yeah, she's I know she's from Kazakhstan. Like I remember where she's from. I got a visual of her, how she looks, how she fights, but the name's not coming to me. And yeah, she fought her, had a hard fight with her. Then you later on saw several fighters be able to just take her down and submit her with ease. And like Tracy Cortez is supposed to be this great wrestler, and you could combine that or involve your jiu-jitsu or whatnot. Should have been a very easy fight for her, but it was a very hard fight for her. And you haven't seen no real finishing ability at elite level for Tracy Cortez. Haven't seen nothing all that phenomenal. If anything, I feel like she's kind of similar level to Miranda Maverick, who Jasmine Jasudavicius just come off a win over. And also on top of that, Tracy Cortez, I think, has been taking a lot of absences. So she might be having not fought in 2 years, but even prior to that, she hadn't been fighting that actively. Like she fought the Contender Series, then she fought like 1 year after that, then 1 year there, 1 year. Now she's 2 years inactive. So she has not been active at all. She has been very inactive throughout her career in the UFC. And I just feel like she hasn't really even had no real statement win yet. And I also feel like Jasmine Jasudavicius is a great counter grappler. Long. I feel like they're striking around the same level. If anything, I feel been seeing strides and improvements in Jasmine Jazovic's striking because obviously she's been fighting, she's been beating better and better competition. She's been active, so you get better when you're active. You're training, you get better. So yeah, I like Jasmine Jazovic is here. Is the dog. It also doesn't hurt that she has the length as well. So yeah, good counter grappler. Her own wrestling improvement, her own grappling improvement. She come up and went over Miranda Maverick, who not broadly speaking, similar talent levels, similar skills, similar accomplishments, and she was able to really dominate Miranda Maverick. So I gotta like Jasmine Jazovic is here, but the location is a bit concerning, and the highly likelihood that this fight will go to a decision, like no matter who wins this fight. So the overs and decisions probably be good because not Miranda Maverick, but Cortez has not really shown any finishing ability at this level. And Jasmine Jazovic is definitely more of a decisionator at this level, so decision looking more likely. But the concern here definitely is like location, and that this fight will go to decision, especially like you're thinking about money lining Jazovic. But yeah, Jasmine Jazovic is the first one. The second one is the main event: Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. It's the main event, so she beat her, and she's still coming in here as a dog. But I can understand why. Like Valentina was able to take her down, pretty easily. Yeah, pretty easily in the first fight. And who knows? Maybe she was sick. Maybe she had COVID. Maybe she had this. Maybe she had that. So similar to what happened with Amanda Nunes in the first Juliana Pena fight. Like she had an off night. Then she fought her again and showed who she is. This definitely could potentially be the same outcome in this fight, but I do like, she beat her before. She finished her. It wasn't like she's won a controversial decision or anything like that, or it was some super back and forth fight through 5 rounds. No, she finished her. And also, not just like, she dominated her or whatnot. That's not what the case is. But what I will say is a strong sign. She was looking like the cleaner striker. Valentina Shevchenko looked uncomfortable on the feet. And she looked very vulnerable in the few exchanges where on the ground, like when she's not in control. Like she gives up her back, like she looked very uncomfortable. Just looked very off in that position. Maybe she works on it, maybe she improves that. But nonetheless, it's not like she had a long turnaround to make these adjustments or has some fights in between or anything like that. I know Valentina Shevchenko is one of the best of all time, so she can make some adjustments. But I definitely like Grasso here as a dog, right, coming in this one. She's fighting, in her country. Come off a big win. Got a lot on her, riding on her. But I think that's going to cause her to thrive, and I think she's a young fighter, and I think this is her time right now. Valentina had her time. I think it's Grasso's time. And I think she's going to be even more confident now. I think she's going to work on her takedown defense, work on her grappling even more, work on her strengths, and, just make them stronger than they were last time. And then last time out, she got to win. She got to finish. So, and I think someone else pointed out that Valentina Shevchenko has a tendency to give up her back or, just sometimes throw these kicks or throw these punches and or just had a tendency to leave that back open and exposed. And I feel like Grasso can once again exploit it. And it's definitely a comfort thing. Like some things you have as a fighter, like, you had them since like you were amateur, since you were budding or maybe for a long time. And it's not like it's a bad tendency necessarily, but it's predictable. And, people will study you and they could take advantage of these predictable things. Like you were able to win 100 fights with this spinning back kick, like in this sequence, in this setup. But then like that 1 out of 100 fighters, or at least the first out of the 1 out of 100 fighters, start to pick up on that tendency. And yes, your timing is so smooth with it, but also because it's so smooth, it is predictable. Somebody could get a beat on that time and they could exploit it. And that's what happened. It has happened other times, but Grasso was able to fully capitalize on it. And I think she'll be able to capitalize on it again. And also on the feet as well. So I'm going to sound like I'm making a prediction, but I'm leaning out. This is not the full prediction. This is just me just talking. But yeah. I like Grasso here, and I feel she could definitely get her hand raised. It seemed like everything's kind of leaning her way here. And to have her at dog value, I think she's a very good dog in this one. So those are my 2 dogs. And I know one more out there, even though I'm not picking no one right now. Kevin Holland versus Jack Della Maddalena. I feel like, I don't know, I might lean to whoever's the dog in that one. I just feel like it's a close matchup. But somebody say, it's not a close matchup. Jack Della Maddalena easily the one to win. You watch the tape. Jack Della Maddalena is this, Jack Della Maddalena is that. Nah. It's a pretty close fight, to be honest. So dog or pass, or maybe just 2 separate parlays with both of them, finish wrapping up the parlays. Like, that could be a good thing. And both the fact that they're both near plus money, probably get some good value on that. Because I just feel like that's a toss-up fight, to be honest. But yeah, that's not even an actual one. At least you with the other two, you got 2 clear ones, or at least for me, 2 people. I'm saying ain't a whole bunch of fence straddling, like hugging the fence with that. Jazavicus and Grasso. So yeah, those are my 2 right here for this video. Maybe I'll have some more by the time I make my quick picks and my 4-card predictions. But as of right now, Jasmine Jazavicus at like plus 132, I believe, right now. And Alex Grasso, I think, also at like plus 132 right now, or plus 145. And that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And come back for more videos. Peace.